All right, we are live. I'm going to hop right on into this. I'm not even going to waste any time. If you catch me on the playback, you catch me on the playback. If you catch me real time, even wonderful. But I'm going to do the weekly breakdown of no contact. So if you are not dealing with your person, not speaking, in separation, kind of wondering what they're thinking, I want to take a look and see what their thoughts and feelings are towards you at this time with no contact. So I'm going to go on a week by week basis and see per week how things are playing out for you and whomever it is you are dealing with. Hold on, what is this? Okay. All right, so let's take a look and let's see. Again, if you're catching this on the playback, hi to you. So let's see if you have been a week in separation. Hey, Allie, Stephanie. Hey, you guys. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. Oh, we got 27 of you guys in the chat. If you don't mind leaving a like, that'll be greatly appreciated. Good afternoon, Monique. How are you doing today? So, I want to take a look week by week breakdown. If you are in no contact, see if there's any updates, what's going on. Last time we did this was last week. So, let's see. Hey, M.E.A9122. Dorina Fierce. Hopefully, I'm saying your name correct. Dean, hey Dean, nice to see you too. Renee, all right. So let's start here with the first week. If you are in 1 week, no contact, haven't spoken, you're in separation from a person. Let's see, how are things going if you are in no contact as of right now? What are their thoughts, their feelings? We have the Queen of Wands. So, of course, Leo energy coming out here. 9 of Cups, the Moon. And let's get another one. You can call me Nay. Hey, Nay. I used to have a best friend that was named Nay. All right, we got Bonnie. We got the King of Swords in the reverse, which talks about that no communication, and it landed right on the Queen of Wands, 3 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I think this hurts them more than you think that it does, even if in separation, you may feel like, well, they can't be as bothered if they were. They would contact me. They would reach out to me, right? People make time and space and energy for the people that they want to make time and space and energy for. So if they're not making the time and space for me, well, clearly I may not be somebody that they want to speak to or talk to or see at this moment. But I think there's a lot going on underneath the surface. There's an underbelly of this where I do think the fact of them not speaking to you is bothering them. I get the sentiment, the phrase, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? And there's a bit of ego here or maybe some pride. I don't know how you two came into a no contact. I like your energy. You're looking good. You're looking bright. You're looking beautiful or handsome. And this is a person who does see you as a wish fulfillment. And they're keeping that under surface. If you are a week in no contact, I don't see this lasting. I don't see this lasting a long time. Did something come in between you two? Why is this 3 of Swords here? Let me use a different deck. Why is this 3 of Swords here on the bottom of the deck? What's making this person not want to talk, not want to speak? We got the Hierophant in the reverse. The Moon and the Queen of Swords. Before it gets too real. I'm hearing having to cut it off before it gets too real. So 2 ways that this will play out if you're in a 1 week no contact. If this person was involved in maybe options or another person, it's like having to cut off the connection before it gets too real. So maybe you had to cut it off. Maybe they had to cut it off because they could only give you so much, given if there's another person there. Maybe you could sense in their energy or the behavior, maybe there's something going on outside of you and just not feeling really comfortable with that and knowing like, you don't want to be second to anybody. You may have felt like that was the right choice to make to cut this off, or just knowing what it is that how you want to be treated and how you want a person to show consistent effort. If you weren't getting that or seeing that, it's like, okay, well, I would rather remove myself. We got the moon here twice. It's like, I would rather remove myself from the situation because my instinct, my intuition is telling me something is not clearly being shown. It's not clearly being seen. So, however, maybe you guys just blocked each other. Maybe you blocked them, they blocked you. You two just kind of slowly faded into not talking. Whoever, it doesn't really matter when I'm looking at this, who made the choice. I just see the choice being made. I do think if you had a feeling maybe there was somebody else involved or an energy still lingering around, yes, I get that. I still see that here. But it's like this person is making space. So if there was somebody in their life, it's like they're removing that commitment, that marriage, that relationship to be able to make space for you before things get too serious, things get too real, and now they're dealing with you and this other person. It's like they would rather make sure, if I am going to deal with you, that I have all of the availability to give you my all versus doing this back and forth. Bottom of the deck again, Queen of Pentacles coming out. So yeah, I think there may be somebody else here. It could be another option. Maybe they are in a relationship or married or something like that. But I see them eliminating it. They are removing it. So if you're in 1 week no contact, I don't see this lasting long. Can you tell me if this energy will reach back out to Leo? We got the King of Swords here. So Gemini, Aquarius, Libra could be prominent placements in this person's chart. Maybe they have planets in Aquarius house and a Gemini house, which is the 11th house, 3rd house, or the 7th house of Libra. What we got here? Yes. So you will hear from them. Justice. This is somebody that's going to make it right. So if you're 1 week no contact, it's not going to stay like that. This is somebody that's going to make things right. They are going to talk to you. They are going to communicate with you. Ace of Swords, Hermit, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. I don't think this person's going to be impulsive or reckless about it, though. I don't think they're going to involve you in their mess of removing or eliminating somebody else out of their life to be able to make space for you. So that way you don't have to deal with drama or issues or feeling like less than or feeling like this person is not able to give you their all. But you definitely will hear from them. I just don't see them being impulsive about it, bringing you back into their life until they know that the coast is clear and that other energy is eliminated. So interesting. Nice. Let me do timestamps before I forget, and then I give myself a headache. Okay. All right, so let's do if you are 2 weeks, no contact. We have 30 to 80 y'all in the live. Can I get some likes? Can I get some likes? We got 2 weeks, no contact coming up. We got the Two of Swords. 2 weeks of no contact. I got cards from a different deck. I'm going to move these to the side. 2 weeks, no contact. We got the Moon again. A lot of uncertainty, unknown. King of Cups. May I have one more? Queen of Swords in the reverse. Why is the King of Cups here? The Nine of Cups. So if you're 2 weeks in no contact, no in separation, this looks like this person is waiting on you to speak. They're waiting on you to say something to them. Now, I don't know if you feel like, I don't need to say nothing to them based on how things left off. They need to come to me and talk to me and make things work or make things right. But they are waiting for you. They're waiting to hear from you. Why is this Moon here? Four of Swords. One more here. Nine of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like they are expecting you to reach out to them, but in the same breath, it's like they don't want you to. They don't know if you're going to be argumentative or if you're going to be spiteful, vengeful, or if you're just going to continue to give them the cold shoulder, maybe for good reasons. Maybe, 2 week separation, you may feel like, you know what, I want to move on and keep looking elsewhere. And I don't want to look back to this or return to this. I think in the time being, it's like, oh, they'll return or I'll hear from them. It almost is like this person is trying to call your bluff, even though I don't think you're bluffing. It's like this person is assuming or underestimating your strength in the sense of, oh, well, Leo will contact me, I'll hear from them, or I know that they're probably, missing me or wanting me, because they feel very self-assured and they're very composed in their energy. So that lets me know that they're perceiving you a certain way as going to be the one that approaches them or contacts them. But when I look at your energy, I think of the saying high interest, low attachment, meaning you may be the type of person who you can show high interest in somebody, right? You can show like, oh, I'm really feeling you or I'm into you, but your attachment level is low. So as quickly as you can show somebody I'm into you is as quickly as you can disappear or remove yourself from that connection. And because you operate in the balance of high interest, low attachment, this person has taken your high interest as a means of, okay, well, Leo's going to come back. They're going to come. I already know Leo wants me. Almost like somebody thinking they have you in the bag, when in reality, it's like, yeah, I may be interested, but I also know how to detach if the situation is not aligning or we're not coming together, or you're leaving me hanging for 2 weeks and we're not speaking. I'll find somebody else new or somebody else will find me. Now, doesn't mean that on your side, give me one more for this Queen of Swords, the Lovers. Oh yeah, you might even have some options. Doesn't mean on your side that you didn't have a romantic attraction or attachment to them, because I do think you do, and I do think you felt a really significant connection. But I go to the word self-abandon. I don't think you're willing to self-abandon or compromise trying to pursue or chase a person when I don't feel like you feel like that's your place to be doing right now. Whether it's based on what happened between you two, given the no contact, or you may be in the mindset of, well, if you want me, you know how to reach me, or you know where I'm at. People make space, time, and energy for the things that they want. So it's like you're using your discernment to say, okay, yes, we have this chemistry. Yes, I'm attracted to you. Yes, I felt something here that could be deeper than what we explored, but I'm also not going to chase that. So can you tell me in 2 weeks, is this person Leo who's in no contact for 2 weeks? Can you tell me if the person that they have on their mind will reach out to them? We have the World and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. They haven't closed the door. It's right on open. It feels like it's right on open for you to walk in, but they don't plan on being the ones to walk through it to get you, to reach you, to pull you back into their orbit. It's like, where my orbit is. If you want to come back into this world, come back into it. That's why I get with this person. They may have preconceived your high interest, low attachment as you being somebody who will stick around or, be willing to wait. And that's not the case here for you. So 2 weeks, there is potential, but it would require for you to move yourself out of your element and reach out to them to have something or continue something with this person. So that's what I'm seeing for the 2 weeks. No contact. Hey, Jay Nelson. How you doing? We got Kristen English from Texas. Hey, what part of Texas? Because y'all know that was my stomping grounds for a little bit. What part of Texas are you from? Let's see. 13, 20. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the third week. We're going to switch decks. 965 Texas. Hey, Jacob. No, Jay Nelson, you didn't miss much. All right, let's see. 3 weeks, no contact. We got the Seven of Wands here. We got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Hey, y'all. Thank you for joining in live. If you're just hopping in, please leave a like at the door. Thank you. Four of Pentacles in the reverse and the Seven of Swords. Jeez, what's going on with the energy today? Hopefully next week it's a little bit more brighter with the reads, because the third week is still giving me similar energy to what I just seen from the second and the first week. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Ten of Wands. Let me. King of Pentacles. Time for the King of Pentacles. The Death. Queen of Cups. Ace of Swords. If you're 3 weeks in no contact, 3 weeks in separation, this feels like it's actually done. So if you're 3 weeks, you haven't spoken to this person, haven't talked to this person, this feels like it's a finale. It feels like it's wrapped up, at least on this person's end. I'm going to be straightforward. It feels like they came and got what they wanted and then they're gone. So I don't know if this person played a role or a character with that Seven of Swords. Forever, how long you were dealing with them until they got what they wanted or they experienced all that they needed to experience and then they just kind of backed out of this. But I see somebody leaving without clear explanation, without clear knowing or being informed of why. Why are you pulling back? Why are you not contacting me anymore? What happened? What changed? You may have felt blindsided if you're in the third week about this person because you may have felt like things were going good, things were going well. Maybe you felt like you tried to communicate or show up in the way that you could to move things forward. I don't see you showing up as in overplaying your role or overplaying your part. So I don't see that you were doing the most. I just see that you were showing up in a way that should have been met mutually with reciprocation when somebody truly wants the same outcomes or has the same intentions as you. I just don't think this person had the same outcomes or intentions as you, even if they may have verbalized that they did. So this is somebody who came, saw, conquered, because that Seven of Swords is here. So they got something from you. I don't know if it was time, money, sex, energy, or just having validation of attention. You know, you kind of filled up that cup and then now they're good and they're out. Can you tell me if this person will reach out to those in 3 weeks, no contact? We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun. This is similar to that second week. I feel like this person goes back to something that's already established. So it's like they came, they conquered, they saw, and then now they're spending their time mostly back with another connection, or they're putting their energy into their family, they're putting their energy into their work life. They feel it's like you gave this person your emotional energy. This person's now recharged and able to go back and do their life fully loaded, like ready. Like, you know, maybe this person's been wanting sex, y'all had sex, and now this person got that itch scratch and now they're back to doing their thing, or having that attention, being able to have that emotional comforting from somebody. They got their fill up and recharge, and now they're able to go back into the world and do what they normally do again. So if you're 3 weeks deep, I don't see this one coming back around, because it feels like they got what they needed and then they disappeared. So let me ask really quick, right? Because I don't want to just leave it on that note. I want to see, for my Leos who are in 3 weeks, no contact, what advice or guidance or anything you can give to those with the 3 weeks no contact, Spirit? What advice or guidance can you give? We got the Moon in the reverse. This moon keeps coming out. So don't ignore your intuition. Your gut instinct is telling you what it needs to tell you. If you are feeling something's off, something is off. You know, I know sometimes we like to give grace or exceptions to the rule, but Spirit is saying no. If you are already feeling that, don't overthink what your intuition is telling you, and then maybe put other thoughts in your mind that may justify the circumstance or situation. Spirit is saying no. If this person has pulled back, there's a reason for that, and trust it. We got the Hierophant in the reverse, even you, Queen of Wands in the reverse, and that Moon in the reverse. So everything I'm saying is not off. Your gut would have told you, most likely, something's not really copacetic or something's getting ready to switch or flip before you two went into no contact. You would have felt that, like, maybe their energy's off, they're not as consistent as they are, or maybe they're being too love bomby at this moment. Something it just wasn't settled. And in the end, the outcomes that you both wanted. I don't know if you truly were aligned. Maybe what you two may have communicated to each other could have seemed that way, but the reality is this Hierophant in the reverse, I think this person is involved with something else. So they couldn't even realistically meet you where you stood. Spirit is saying not to take it personal. This is not a you thing. It's not that you're not worthy. It's not that you're not worthy of being chosen or being loved on or being held correctly. We just ended up coming across somebody that we caught feelings for, had chemistry with, or was romantically interested in that did not have the right intentions for us. And that's okay. It happens to everybody, but just don't take that personally, like you need to change something about you or you need to fix yourself or constantly tweaking at you because this person shouldn't have been out there looking anyway, if they got something else going on. So hopefully that makes sense for week 3. Shouldn't question about my dating here. So I know the concept is Jane Nessa, I would say hold off until the end of the spreads and then I can circle back around. But I just want to get these through so that way on the playback it's more seamless for the ones that are watching. Hey, we got Bonnie from Mexico. Hey Bonnie, how you doing? Hola, muy bien. Well, wait, muy bien is I'm good, ain't it? See, I gotta work on my Spanish. I don't know how I lived in Texas for 5 years and ain't learned a lick of Spanish. All right, let's see here. For my 4 weeks, no contact. Four weeks, no contact. Oh, wait, let me timestamp this really quick. Okay. So far, we got the 6 of Wands in the reverse, 6 of Cups in the reverse. What's going on with 4 weeks, no contact? King of Cups. I'm hearing that song by Toto and then Megan Thee Stallion redid it, Kissing You. Because I'm hearing Kissing You is all that I've been dreaming of, kissing you, ooh, ooh. And then I'm hearing her version. Excuse my language. But I'm hearing my man, my man, my man, my baby, digging me down, spoiling me, driving me crazy. So whoever you are here with the 4th week, this energy feels totally different from the last 3 piles. Strong sexual energy with this one. You and whoever's been at 4 weeks no contact. Emperor in the reverse. And one last one. Strong sacral energy is here. We got the Page of Wands on the coming out as well. There is one that I do want to clarify really quickly. I want to see what this King of Cups is doing. What's going on? Okay. In the world. Damn. I'm hearing like, ooh, nasty stuff is this? I'm getting like, I want to demolish that thing. If you catch my drift, like that's what I'm feeling. So maybe you and if you 4 weeks, y'all either have gotten sexually intimate, maybe had talks about it, or there's just that natural sexual chemistry. Even if you two haven't had anything sexual going on, it was there. It's very prevalent. And that's what's like, I can feel this person's sacral chakra very activated. They're longing for you. Or if they never had it with you, it's like you're coming up to the surface for them at this time where it's like they are desiring you in that way. But I don't think it's just sexual. I think for this person, sex is a way that they merge emotionally. Normally, women tend to do that more so than men. But I think depending on gender, I think this is somebody who sex also allows them to go deeper and connect deeper with somebody that they are feeling or interested in romantically, right? Not something that's casual. So that lets me know that their feelings is deeper than just, yeah, I like Leo, or yeah, we had some good times, or Leo is pretty cool, but it didn't work out. No, this is somebody who that visceral instinct, that desire here, this is like the drive and the movement that's making this person want to reach out to you, or that's making them want to talk to you. Not because they just want to have sexy time with you, but because you are pulling on a large portion of their energy. Like you are tethered to this person's energy, even down to their sexual bone marrow. Like They feel you. 4 weeks, I wouldn't be surprised if you hear from this person if you've been 4 weeks no contact. Tell me about this Page of Wands. What's going on with this? Knight of Wands. Yeah. You ain't got to tell me twice. And the Four of Cups. But if I show up, will you answer the door? If I called you, would you respond? If I text you, will you block me or would you just leave me on red? They don't know how you will receive their advances, but it's like a fuck it. I think this person's going to get to the point where it's just like, F it, pride aside, ego aside, this Emperor in the reverse, put that to the side. I just don't care. I would rather at least reach out and see what happens. Because at least I can say I tried. I can at least say and get that off of my mind that, okay, I reached out to Leo. If anything comes from it, great. If nothing, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I know that, things are just going to be what they are. But I feel like this person feels like they at least need to try and contact you or reach out to you, even if it's not successful. They just can't let what you go. They can't leave that behind. They can't set that aside. So maybe in the first initial weeks of the no contact, this person may have been strong and been able to resist. But by 4th week, this person's starting to break down here. They were good in the first half, but not in the last half. I think you are going to hear from whoever this is at the 4th week. Okay. Hey, your cosmic guide, Lucy. All right, so we are at 4 weeks, so we need to move on to, let's see, 1 month. 1 month. All right, where are we at? 26. Okay. We're going to see what's going on with the 1 month no contact. I'm going to switch cards again. Knight of Wands in the reverse. 6 of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. 10 of Wands and the Hangman. Old habits die hard is what I'm getting from this message. I think this person played the wrong game with the right one. This person may have been used to being impulsive or reckless or spontaneous about their choices in love, right? Moved off intensity and passion and chemistry versus intentionality and if there is longevity. And I think this is somebody who may have handled this situation in the same way. This could have started off fast, or what could have led them to initiate this connection with you is based off of their impulses, being impulsive about it, but also to how they handled this. Looks like there's this impulsive theme throughout that now has backfired on them, or it just does not work. A level of maturity had to happen. A level of growing up had to happen with this person. I don't think you grow up in the way that this person needs to in just 1 month. I don't think that's the case. But I think this person may have been spreading their wings a little bit thin, spreading their hands a little bit thin, where they may have not been giving you the time or consideration, or maybe their energy could have wavered, where it could have made you feel like you have to pick up the emotional labor, or you find yourself initiating, or you find that this person is somebody who came in very set and intentional, and then the next moment it's like, well, where are they to be found, or their energy is not matching their words. I want to know why this is here. Why is this Knight of Wands in the reverse? Queen of Swords in the reverse. I'm hearing, and I promise you I can't say this word correctly. I always get it wrong. I always say it wrong. Lord, is it? Oh my God, this one gonna kill me. Irrationally. That's what I'm trying to say. they've dealt with a woman or maybe women who were very irrational with their words towards them, irrational with their actions towards them, which has spread into their energy where they now show up. It's like hurt people hurt people. This person was done a certain way by women, more so verbal. So maybe this is a person that's used to women being verbally aggressive or verbally abusive, or giving them the silent treatment, or only speaking half truths or half of their mind. And now this person has adapted some of those qualities, but in a more impulsive way, versus being vulnerable and saying, hey, this is why I need to take a step back, or being honest and full about their situation. It's like they just become flighty. And that's because I'm seeing a pattern of hurt people, them dealing with hurt women or hurt men. Now they've become that person that shows up unintentionally. I don't think it's intentionally, unintentionally, with that impulsive nature. And by you being in this mix here, it feels like you kind of got caught up in this person's own behaviors that they need to heal from and that they need to work on. So I can see at a certain point this person giving to you, being attentive to you, but then on the next moment, it's like Hangman, 10 of Wands. It's like you're carrying the load of this connection by yourself. You feel like you're the only one trying to push this thing forward, whether they got circumstances in their own personal life that limits their energy towards you, or you feel like you're just doing the emotional labor. I just want to see, because we got the Ace of Wands, which can talk about that new spark. Tell me why this Ace of Wands is here. The World in the reverse. Will this person actually reach out, though? For my ones in a 1 month, no contact. 4 of Wands. I would say yeah. I would say yeah. One more. I would say yeah, but with a caveat. I think this is similar to like week 2. I would just make sure, because I do see this person returning, but I would just make sure that everything is crystal clear on this person's home front. There's nobody peeking out the side windows, meaning that there's no extra lovers, no ex-lovers, no ex-children's mothers, fathers, or even family members that are intervening in this connection. So if you do reapproach, just make sure this person's coast is fully clear dealing with them. Because I can still see a tendency of them wanting to go back into these behaviors out of defense mechanism or a safety mechanism to protect oneself, versus being outright vulnerable about the split, or being outright vulnerable about the lacks or the weaknesses that they have to be able to heal this relationship. There's a struggle with vulnerability with this person a little bit. So I would say do your due diligence. If this person comes back, to make sure that, hey, are we really in alignment? Hey, is that extra person gone? If there's another person, are you ready to be serious about this? Or, where are you at with this? So definitely ask for that first month. Definitely ask questions. Ask questions before you agree to try it again or go back into it. Okay, so let me see. So we did the first month. Let's do 3 months, no contact. Let me see. Let me adjust this timestamp. All right, 3 months, no contact. Tell me what the person is feeling or their thoughts towards Leo. That's been 3 months, no contact. Whoa. 10 of Cups. Nice. All right. 3 months. We got Justice. Somebody likes, I can't imagine who wouldn't really like ice cream, but I'm getting Rocky Road specifically. The 8 of Wands. There's something about you is sweet. Either they're like still sweet on you, or something about you, your personality, your energy, or how you treated them, how you handled them, was really sweet. There's a softness here. We got the 8 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. What else we got? We got the Moon in the reverse. 4. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 3 months. I can see this coming back around. I think you both needed the time to like grow at your own pace. Maybe it almost feels like a divine pause, a divine stop of being able to put you both in your own separate corners and reflect on how you were showing up in this connection, and for them to reflect on how they were showing up in this connection and be able to learn how to be better and do better, not only for the connection, but for yourself, whether this person is there or not. How will you show up in that next connection? So Spirit wanted both of you to go in your corners and debrief. Think about it. Compose yourself. What do we need to be reflective on? What do I need to become more self-aware of? What did I not like about that connection I was in? What did I not like about myself when it came to me showing up in that connection? And how can I learn from that and grow? And through this growing period that you've had with this 3 months no contact, it's like you both are a new version of yourself, even in a short time frame. It's like you have expanded quite a bit. And now that you two have healed, or at least worked through certain portions of yourself that allows us to come together a bit better, Spirit in the universe, it feels like this is going to be brought back into alignment for you too. It may have been painful because you don't need 10 swords to kill somebody. You only need one. So the fact that there's 10 in the body, and this man is just completely laid out. The fact that there's 10 in the body lets me know, however this ended or whoever caused who pain, it was an overkill. It truly was an overkill. So I think even in how this ended, right, the whole process of this ending, there's lessons in that needed to be learned. And I even would say on your end, intuitively, your discernment has sharpened. What you will ask for and what you require has sharpened. What you will and will not tolerate or go for, and how you also want to show up too. You know, things about yourself. So I like this. It feels like you two have been put in a timeout, and now it's time to bring this back together. Can you tell me about this person reaching out for the 3 months? Knight of Wands. And then the 7 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So I don't even think you'll see this coming towards you. I would definitely say the new year. So I don't think this person is going to approach you in December. Not with this 10 of Cups here, because this is still like family energy. And if you two are in no contact, this may be the season where you're spending time focusing on your family. They're spending time focusing on their family. And after the holiday season ends, it's like, okay, let me come in. Let me start fresh. I don't want to bring all this tension or trying to heal it right around the holidays. Let's do it after the new year. So I can see after the new year, if you're 3 months no contact, this person coming towards you and trying to actually rekindle a relationship. They love you. They love you. And if you two didn't ever make it to that point of love, this is somebody who has deep invested interest in you emotionally. And they still view you and feel you as somebody who is absolutely emotionally gratifying and satisfying to them. I don't think they've come across the same kind of energy they get from you out of other people. So for them, it's worth doing the self-reflection. For them, it's worth doing the healing because of the value you bring into their life. That's why this person will be coming back. That's if you're at the 3 weeks. Not 3 weeks. Sorry, 3 months. So we did first month, 3 months, 6 months is the next one, and then we'll do a year. So if you are in no contact and it's not during one of those time frames that I'm doing, you would just either pick up, not a pile, but pick the time frame that most resonates with your situation, or just the time frame that's the closest to your length of separation. So if you've been in separation for 2 months, you can listen to the 1 month reading or the 3 month reading and see which one connects more. If you've been in separation from the 8 months, you can listen to the 6 month reading or the year reading and see which one connects more to you. All right, so let's see. 6 months no contact. Ooh, 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Swords in the reverse. Judgment in the reverse. 9 of Pentacles. Uh-oh. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, 10 of Swords in the reverse. Judgment in the reverse. 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Tell me about this 9 of Pentacles. The Fool. Okay, if you're at a 6 months, no contact, let me make sure I get my timestamp. 3 months. Yeah. Okay. If you're at a 6 months, no contact, the Devil, ooh, I don't even know if you would even want to go back to this. And the Moon in the reverse, and the Magician in the reverse. So you already know whether this is you already seen it from the connection when you were dealing with this person, or just the time that has passed. It has allowed you to look at the situation from a new lens, a new perspective, and you realize either this person is not good for you, not healthy for you, or not toxic, or could potentially be those things. Like, you can't unsee what you've seen. You can't unexperience what you experienced out of this connection. You can't unhear the things that you've heard from this person. And you can't unwitness how you've seen this person act, you know? So having all of this on the bottom of the deck, I think this is somebody who, how do I put it? I'll put it in 2 ways. One way is like, what do you need me for? This is a person who really viewed you and saw you in a high light, meaning that you are comparable, you are capable, you may have your own stuff going for yourself. I get like a strong, independent energy here, right? You got your own house, job, you make great money. You know, you don't necessarily need a partner, but you would want a partner. But when I look at this person, it's like, well, what do you need me for? If you are as independent, you got everything, what do you need me for? I don't want to say emasculated, because mind you, roles can be switched. This could be different genders, but I almost get a level just slightly where it's this may be a person, I don't know, maybe they are used to a man or a woman that's at a lower tier than what you are, because it feels like this is somebody who's used to being the prize. I hate using those red pill terms, but let's do it. This is like somebody who's used to being the prize in the relationship, and you being somebody who's established, you can take them or leave them because you got everything. You don't need to rely on a man or a woman for what they have. It's like, whether you're here or not, I'm going to be good anyway. And I think this is somebody who's used to dealing with partners who may not have as much as them, or maybe struggling in some kind of way where they feel like they're top dog, or they feel like they're the prize or the breadwinner in a connection or in a relationship. So I that's why I go back to, well, what do you need me for? This person looks at you like, okay, well, Leo will be fine. They didn't, I mean, what do they need me for? Now, mind you, the emotional, romantic, all of that stuff could be absolutely what you wanted this person for and desired this person for, but the lens that they're looking at this as, it's almost like a self-esteem. I'm getting like a self-esteem, a feeling incompetent, or um and even like this compare and contrast, like, was I even good enough? Somebody's looking at you from the lens of how they lack. You highlight somebody's own, whoever this 6 months is, you highlight their lack, and not intentionally pointing out, highlighting it, but just by showing up as you, whole, full, capable, having what you have, it points out what where they're not at, or what they should be having, or what they could have more of, or where they're lacking. So you trigger. This is why I don't think this one is coming back. There is something a little toxic that they need to do some inner spiritual healing work on. But you trigger, like an inferiority complex. Like, they feel inferior to you. You trigger that out of them. I don't know if it's things that maybe you would say or do, even if it's not intentional. So I don't think this person, whoever is at the 6 months, I don't see them showing up, because I think they're on to either people or situations that make them feel like they're on the soapbox, make them feel like they are enough, or they have enough. And it's not to make you seem like you didn't make them feel that way, right? I don't think you made them feel like they had less than or that they were lacking. I just think by you showing up complete and whole made them realize that they're not complete and whole. And it allowed them to operate out of a low vibrational state with their actions, their behaviors, and their decisions. And it's like they're back to dealing with people where they feel like they're back on that high horse, right? We got the Fool and the Nine of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. So I think this is somebody, if you're 6 months in separation, I think they're still single, but I think they're opening their eyes up to other romantic possibilities. But I think this is a testament to you, Leo, with how well put together you are, that you just showing up as you triggers people. You showing up, having yourself whole, complete, even being independent triggers other people's lack. And sometimes it's hard to be a mirror, but somebody got to do it. And it's like, that's your energy here. Like you came and showed up as a mirror for this person. And instead of rising to the occasion, they said, let me go back to what I'm comfortable with, you know? So that's what that 6 months reminds me of. Let's see. Let's do the year. My folks out there, a year deep. Year deep. Let's see, year deep. And then Jay Nelson, I'm going to circle back around to your question. All right, let's see. A year deep. All right, tell me, spirit guides, angels. Okay. We got the Judgment. We also got you here with the Sun. For my ones who are a year deep. Ooh. Oh, okay. We ain't taking all these. I'm going to show y'all so y'all know I'm not doing nothing wonky with the cards. But I can't take all these. I can take this one, though. We got Justice in the reverse. Let me get 2 more, Spirit. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and 8 of Cups. Tell me, what is this Judgment about? What is this person's judgment card for the ones that have been in separation for 1 year? 7 of Swords. How so? 4 of Cups in the reverse. Give me 1 more second here. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This moon will not go away. I'm annoyed. It won't go away. 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I feel very neutral about this energy. I feel very neutral about this energy. Because it doesn't feel like they're heavily tethered to you anymore. It almost feels like it is a distant memory. I mean, given it's been a year, but some connections are still tethered really tight, even a year in separation, if not longer. So this feels a little bit more energetically loose. I think you guys are connected, but not as connected as you may have been. I don't really see this person doing too much right now, though, towards you. That's where I'm just trying to feel this out. Like Ace of Cups, though. I do like this. But it reminds me of leaving the emotional past in the past to start something new. Like what I've went through already before emotionally, I don't want to go through it again. Whether I liked it for a period of time, or whether I disliked, I just don't want to go back to where I've already came from. I just don't want to have to re-deal with what I already came from. I want something totally new. I want something totally new, but I don't think, this is why I still get a slight tethered, because I don't think for them it's fully closed out, meaning that there is some part of you that has stayed latched with them and attached to them. Whether it's the way you treated them, whether it's the things that you said, how you showed up, I don't think they've experienced that since they experienced you. So you brought a value proposition to this person's life that they haven't been able to reciprocate again since you. The thing about that is, though, despite that, this person is still willing to leave that value you brought behind to start something new emotionally. Doesn't mean a new relationship per se, but they just don't want to relive emotional experiences that they've already. They want to try something new. They want to do something new. Why is the Sun here? 4 of Swords. Yeah, this is a passive. That's the word I should better use. It's a passive energy. Like this person is like, okay, I want to go towards something new. I don't see them taking full on action yet to adjust their life for whatever the new is that they're wanting. But it's like, okay, I'm gonna let God handle it. I'm gonna let the universe handle it. However, this is going to play out, it's going to play out. I'm taking my hands off the wheel. I just know what I don't want. I know what I do want, and I know what I want to move towards. Um, I'm going to ask one more quick question, right? I want to see if this Ace of Cups is towards you. Even though I know they want to leave the emotional past in the past, we got the King of Pentacles. No, it's like towards themselves. King of Pentacles. So this may be, a new emotional start towards work or their finances. Maybe they're putting their energy into them and focusing on them in this season. That's what they feel like they should be doing. Maybe they have some large objectives that they want to reach towards, right? That they're trying to be responsible and be focused on that would be emotionally fulfilling for them. I just think either which way, getting into a relationship or reforming one with you, I don't see that here. Now, the caveat is if you have this person like on any kind of social media, this person's able to contact you, see you, you're able to contact them and see them. I do think you may see this person like peek their head up, so they may watch your stories, they may respond to something that you post, they may leave like an emoji. I don't see this person outright texting you, but I can see if you do have any like social links with this person, them making their presence known that way. But I don't think they're going to actively pursue restarting this at this time. All right, so let's grab these. Hey, Lay for short. How are you? Okay. Hey, we got 67 in here. Thank y'all so much for coming in. I appreciate it. 6 months. Where's the 1 year? Whatever. I'll do timestamps for the 1 year later. Okay, so let me get Jay Nelson. What's currently on the mind of the Gemini I've been speaking about? Oh, hold on. What's currently on the mind of the Gemini I've been speaking about? Wait, I don't know why I'm not reading this right. What's currently on the mind of the Gemini I've been speaking to about me? I'm so sorry I had to sit through that. We haven't talked since last Saturday. Okay, so for Jay Nelson, the Gemini that he's been speaking to, what is on their mind, right? What is on their mind? The one that he hasn't spoke to since last Saturday. For Jay Nelson, what is on that person? The hell? The hell? And it's so weird because I can see these orbs through my camera screen, but I can't see them in my room. So I'm just like, what is around me? What is around me? I cannot see. I can see. I just caught him finally. I can see him through the camera, but I can't. I literally cannot see any of that y'all are seeing in this camera in my room. And I just saw something real thick fly past me on this camera, but I can't. I literally can't see it in here. Okay. Jay Nelson, let's stick with it. Let's stay on it. So tell me, we got the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups. If I can grab them both. So we got the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups coming out for you. So she's still interested. What's on her mind? We got the Moon, but she's refraining. She's abstaining. She's not telling you directly. She's keeping it to herself for the time being. But I do think feelings are bubbling, and the Magician. Yeah, this is really good. I want to see really quick, just why is the Moon here? Why is she refraining from telling you what's going on or even communicating? The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Six of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles. I want to ask you a question, but I don't really want to ask you on live because there's other people here. I don't want everybody in your business. So I'll frame it this way. Since the last time, Jay Nelson, you and this person talked last Saturday, have you reached out to speak to her? Like, have you called her since last Saturday, texted her last Saturday? Have you try to suggest a new date since then, or maybe first date. I don't know if you guys have been on a date before. The reason why I asked you, have you initiated or reached out, is because this person doesn't want to overdo it or feel like they're overgiving. This person has feelings for you, and I think their feelings are developing quicker than the time frame that y'all have known each other. Somebody that meets you and catches feelings pretty quick. That's what this feels like for the Ace of Cups and Queen of Cups, because somebody, this woman or person, I don't know, um she really is liking how you're showing up. She's liking how you're putting it down. She's liking how you're communicating. She likes how you two really connect, and there's enough depth there for her to really start developing feelings and seeing a romantic future with you in potential. I just think part of her, she doesn't want to be played, and she doesn't want to be played with. And this may have been a woman who maybe at times have shown up, again, high interest, low attachment, shown up with high interest and have had people play her because of that, or shown up with high interest and had people not give her the same mutual reciprocity. So now it's like, well, I want to give to this, but until I can see this is safe enough to really invest in and be the one to initiate, I'm going to keep my feelings to myself, even though I got plenty. But I want him to take the lead. I want him to show me that, okay, it is safe to be reciprocal with my emotions, or that it is safe enough for me to feel vulnerable and open up. So again, that's why I asked, have you reached out to her, talked to her since Saturday, or try to set anything up with her? Now, if you have and she hasn't reached back out to you or contacted you, this is like, that's why they say don't put yourself out there to date if you are not really ready to date. I don't think she's not ready to date. I think maybe her past experiences has her at times overthinking her play or her movement, maybe uh, coming off more strategic than what she truly needs to be. And then she starts overthinking her steps and then starts doing things kind of in a sideways ways versus being straight on and forthright. Meaning, this could be somebody, um, it's like, for an example, like she could see your social media posts and like them versus actually send you a text. So it's like, I'm letting you know I'm still interested or I'm engaged, but instead of coming at you head on, I'm going to come at you from the side. And that's because of some of her wounds. She doesn't want to show up like she's thirsty or doing too much or doing the most, and she's been played or had people play with her when she's shown genuine affection or genuine interest. So it's like, you may have to strong arm this and really lead the way versus kind of filling her out and letting her pace. She's willing to follow your pace, whatever that pace is, it seems like, with this Ace of Cups and Queen of Cups, but you got to set the pace. So I would definitely recommend taking the lead and like initiating more, because that's what she wants, because the feelings are here. I think she's just scared of being that one, and then you not meeting her where she stands. So I hope that makes sense. But she's into you. She's definitely into you, Jay Nelson. That much I will say. That much I was saying. She hasn't replied at all. Yes, we did connect, interact on social, but not in messages. Okay. Saturday, she hasn't replied. If you have her, I don't know if you have her number to reach her directly or if it's only just a social media situation. But I would even take the initiative. Like, hey, I mean, obviously you can't just be talking to yourself in her DM or her messages, but I would still, even if she seems a little hesitant or she doesn't, just put yourself out there with her. Cause I see she wants it, but she wants to feel pursued. She wants to feel chased, not in a toxic way, but she wants to know that, hey, if you're feeling me, like, you're going to keep making your presence be known. Like, she needs that reassurance. Again, that goes back to her wounds. And you've been messaging? Okay. Then that's good. So then let me ask this one last thing and then I'm gonna get off. All right, we've been here for an hour. And they're starting to do construction next door. I can hear it now. Since these two have been messaging and he has her number, can you tell me what is her hesitancy with responding or reacting to his messages and his information that he's, reaching out to her with? What's her hesitancy? Because he's taken the initiative to reach out to her. We got the Star. We got the Six of Cups in the reverse. We got the Hierophant, Four of Swords, and the Emperor in the reverse. I would say this to you. Keep yourself in her proxy, to keep yourself in front of her attention, because she does want you. She is interested in you. But that Emperor in the reverse, I think maybe this is that ex that you were talking about from the past, again, where a person should have been taking the lead and should have been showing up, but they weren't. They were showing up in their toxic masculinity. I think this is somebody who is deeply interested in you. And I think this is somebody who would like a relationship, but that Four of Swords, it's like there's something very laxed about her, where she's not pressed. She's not going to initially or immediately respond back to you. She's not going to be in a hurry to get back to you. I think it's like, I don't know how to describe it, when you've gone through a healing phase, but you're not fully on the other side of it, where you want love, but because of what you dealt with, you're still kind of that one mind, like, do I want to deal with what it all comes with? And I think she wants the beauty of love, but she's been put through an Emperor in the reverse, where it makes her feel like, you know what, I'm not gonna rush. So this is somebody, like I said, definitely keep yourself in front of her sights, and definitely allow yourself to pace it. If you're interested in her, keep your foot on that gas. Don't pressure her, but definitely just keep yourself in her peripheral vision, and she'll start to warm up more to you. She'll start to come closer to you. You got to let her warm up to you, but don't flinch at her weariness. Don't flinch at her lack of response. Don't flinch. She needs somebody that, even if she has to take some time back and she pulls back, that you are still there when she comes forward, right? Because she's used to dealing with some toxicity, or maybe some inconsistency or bad behaviors from this past person, that she needs somebody that is solid, that if she goes in her corner, that she knows that they're not going to leave. She needs to know that you won't abandon her. So it's a lot that she's requesting up front. That's what I'm saying. You got to do that healing work, because there's a lot that she's requesting of you up front that has nothing to do with you, that has everything to do with her ex and her unhealed wounds around receiving love, especially new love. But if this is somebody that you are really interested in, then this would be, again, being that calm in her storm, allowing her to feel her emotions, go out. We don't talk for a week. She comes back. Okay. But she has to process this and get adapted to allowing somebody new into her life after leaving what she just left. I don't know how long ago, but there's still, with that Emperor in the reverse, that person's still in her energy. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Jay Nelson's supposed to be the last question, but I will make sure Allie is the last one. His family. So I always put, if you want to book a personal reading, the link is pinned in the chat, and it's also in the description box. That's what I've been doing since Saturday. I got you, Jay Nelson. But yeah, you just let her cook. You reached out, you done what you could. Then now it's on her to come towards you. But again, when she does come towards you, being able to be receptive to her when she does, because she's definitely going to need that. Allie, I would love to answer your question, but I don't see the question. I don't see the question. No problem, Jay Nelson. I'm trying to give Allie some time here, but might be wrapping up. Okay, I'm at least go wrap it. I'm gonna like that for now. I'm gonna wrap up. Allie, I know I always see you on my live, so the next live, which I'll be on tomorrow, my next live for tomorrow. If you remember your question, please let me know, because I see that you sent in the super chat, but the question wasn't in the super chat. So definitely let me know. In the meantime, I'm gonna leave it here. It's been a pleasure to read for all of you guys. You take care, and bye.